this was a breakout season for you, so to speak. Not the season any of you wanted to have. Is it kind of bittersweet as you get to the end here?
Obviously I wish that the season would have, ended on a better note, but, I'm thankful for the opportunity that I've been given so far. So.
What did it mean to you to get the Offensive Player of the Year award over the team banquet?
Well, it definitely meant a lot. Like I said at the beginning of the season, this is something that I had been hoping for and praying for, so it's a blessing.
How big is it to have a chance to get to 1,000 in the bowl game?
I definitely think it's a big chance, I've been looking for it for the past couple of games and, I haven't gotten it, but at the same time, it's all about winning. So as long as we win, that's all that matters.
Did you believe at the beginning of the season that you could do this, that it could happen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There's no doubt in my mind that I couldn't, just like I said, pretty much used to all this at the same time, being the underdog, so it wasn't anything new.
Does that fuel you a lot, just that there's so many doubters that, coming into the season, that everybody assumed that so-and-so would be the starter and Peyton will be a backup?
Definitely.
When you went into that Louisville game, take me back, did you feel that was the opportunity that this could carry me the rest of the way, the rest of the year?
I felt like it was a good starting point. I knew that each week, I had to keep proving myself because there's 3 other great running backs behind me, so.
You feel like you're going to have to fight for it again next year?
Definitely, and I'm up for the challenge, so.
When you look at Memphis' defense, what stands out about that group to you?
They're a solid defense. They have great linebackers, great defensive line. Their schemes are really good. They're a really good defense. So.
Do you see you guys is there a lot of excitement out there? Are you guys excited about playing this game?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're just excited, to be bowl eligible. One but a couple of weeks ago that we weren't sure if we were going to even make a bowl game, so it's definitely exciting for us.
When you see and know what their offense does on the other side, does that kind of up the ante for you guys on offense, knowing that you're going to have to come out and score some points?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This team hasn't ended the season on a high note in the last couple of years. Losses in the postseason. What would that mean just going into next season? Coming off of a win instead of a loss. I mean, how much of a difference does that make?
I think it would definitely mean a lot. Just to pretty much send the seniors out on a high note. So.
Peyton, you went through a redshirt year. What was that like for you, and what did it mean to you when you finally got to bowl practice and got to sort of get back with the number ones or get more reps with your position coach?
Being redshirt, at first I didn't like it, but at the same time it was just something that, the cards. That's just how the cards were dealt to me, and at the same time, God has a plan for everything. So that's pretty much what I have to say to that.
A lot of extra workouts for you as a redshirt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think that definitely helped me out a lot. Just getting stronger, getting my legs back, and gave me a lot more time to learn the plays.
And then once you got to that bowl practice that year, did you have bowl practice that year that you redshirted?
Yes, sir.
What was that? What did that mean to you to finally get there and sort of get back into the swing of things?
It definitely felt good. Trey Mason, Cameron Artis-Payne, and Corey Grant. Like I said, those guys are like older brothers to me, so just being able to practice with them really helped out a lot.
In that bowl season, Trey Mason said he thought you were the best running back on the team. What did you think when you heard that?
I thought it was kind of cool, coming from a Heisman Trophy candidate, definitely meant a lot to me. So.
Do you feel like you fulfilled his expectations he put upon you at that point? Or do you feel like that hitting 1,000 yards will help that out a little bit?
I think hitting 1,000 to help it out a little bit. I feel like there's still a lot more that I have to improve on and that I can show people that I wasn't able to show people this year.
What can you show people next year?
Well, for instance, I feel like a lot of people think I'm just a downhill runner and I don't really have any speed, but I don't feel like that's the case. I just really haven't been given an opportunity.
What is it about the fourth quarter with you? Jacksonville State, Louisville, getting these hard yards and powering the way for the team and getting these wins? Is it just, are you amped up? What are you thinking when you're getting out there on the field in those situations?
Pretty much, it's all about heart. This is something that I've been praying for, and you know, that's pretty much when the biggest moments are. So that's when, you know, the leaders pretty much step up, big time situations. So
If I got to see you catch the ball, you liking that?
I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
Did you see that coming this season, or was that like a recent thing they started working on in practice?
Well, we always throw the ball a lot in practice, but it seems like whenever we get to the games, we're more downhill, and you know, that's just something that I guess the coaches were able to do for me this week or 2 weeks ago.
Running game was such a big part of the identity of this offense the last couple of years. It's a little less so this season. Just what do you feel the identity has been of this offense this season?
I don't think it's just been, you know, just running the ball. I think at the same time we're still trying to find our identity. So.
Is that a little concerning that, you know, going into the bowl game, you guys are still looking for an identity?
It's a little concerning, but at the same time, you know, this is what we were brought here to do. So.
Considering everything you saw just firsthand the first 2 years, all the points being scored, and you come into this season, I'm sure you're expecting that you guys are going to be able to score 30-plus points a game. When you look back at this season, can you pinpoint like what went wrong with the offense, or is it just kind of still surprising to you?
Well, I mean, it's two totally different quarterbacks that we've had, you know, in the past year or so with Nick Marshall and with Jeremy Johnson and Sean White. But, you know, just pretty much, I mean, Nick Marshall he was a scrambling running. He was basically another running back, and that allowed for everything else to open up. And not to say or take anything away from Jeremy, but, you know, Jeremy has a cannon of an arm. So.
Do you feel like having a dual threat guy would help and open things up next season?
That's not my call. I don't really know. Well.
How do you think Javon has come on this last month when everybody was wondering, and as we were talking earlier, everybody assumed he would maybe be the starter, and yet you stepped up and filled that role. How's he come along with this last month, and do you think that that'll be a big battle heading into even the bowl game and beyond?
I think he's come on strong. Like I said, I knew what Javon could do in the summer, and Javon is, as we put it, Javon is that guy. Pretty much in a way, Javon is very, very good. But at the same time, I feel like I can do everything he can do. But, you know, he's a very, very good running back.
Is he the one guy that maybe motivates you more than any other player when you see him out there and you're going, I got to be better than him?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I feel like both me and him kind of feed off of each other. And it's not really just him. It's pretty much just feeding off of the other running backs with Rock and Carryon.
Do you guys talk about that to each other? About, like, you know, I got the better of you today, or vice versa, or do you help each other out? What's that relationship like between you and Javon?
It's not more so like got the better of you. It's just, I mean, it's more of a friendly competition to see who's going to be better this day. And that's pretty much just what keeps us fueled and keep going.
How's he kind of handled the last few games in particular? It seems like in the second half, you know, he was doing really well in the first half and then didn't get that many opportunities. Georgia, Alabama, just how was he in the meeting room the last month or so?
I think he's handled it good. Javon's pretty much, you know, just like myself, and don't really say much. And when your time is called, that's when you step up.